record, my name is Charles Johnson, and I don't know if he was helped by his phone while he was looking at it, but Steve Novick made one of the most insightful comments here. Crimes down, 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 way down. That's why the police are finding busy work, like sending 20 officers to respond at Old Chicago Pizza at 102nd and Burnside, when all people have done is tease them in front of their office. That's where you get massive police response. That's why we have so much resources that we can pay, or let Apple or Target pay for city police cars to sit idle next to the Apple store and next to the Target store where they don't need to be. So the other problem is more a complicated dynamic, and it's the way that you need to ask yourselves, if you are a bunch of mafioso dons, you shake down the taxpayers to finance your brutal thugs. When the previous city council murdered James Chassie through the police department, you extorted millions of dollars from taxpayers to cover up the police brutality. Well, not to cover it up, it was very obvious, to keep paying his murderers. Now, some of his murderers have left the police department. And of course, this doesn't just apply to James Chassie. It applies to Kendra James. It applies to Keaton Otis. It applies to way too many people. So when we look at this 74-page PDF of a police contract, we don't see any change in the mafioso thug function of the Portland City Council of just transferring money to misbehaving police officers and extorting money out of taxpayers to cover up for mistakes that came from oversight that never, I can't say never gets any better. We're having a good period. I don't know how long. I hope Dan Handelman's here, and later we can find out how long it's been, if the police have killed anybody since they killed Michael Johnson, a man in mental distress, near a hospital. That's a proud tradition in Portland. Go to Adventist Hospital without a gun, have a phone in your hand, get killed. Go to Good Sam Hospital, now that person, at least at Good Sam, Mr. Johnson, was armed. But if we're going to pay the police $10 million or $6 million more, we want to be buying police thugs that are at least less violent, that use their non-lethal weapons 100% of the time. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, folks. So we're gonna recess until 1:30, and then folks that have signed up will get a first chance to speak then. Thank you all. We're recessed till 1:30.